Yes, hello everyone. My name is Karel van Klink. I work as a network engineer at GÉANT, and today I will be talking about quantum key distribution, or QKD, and how it could potentially be applied to the GÉANT network. Now, starting off, currently with recent developments in quantum computing, the safety of the techniques that are used to transport data across the internet is at stake. A novel approach is needed and is paramount to the safety of the internet for security. Despite the fact that current quantum computational power is insufficient to perform these operations, attacks such as store now, decrypt later could already be performed by capturing large quantities of data. Now, with symmetric key encryption provably secure against such attacks, this leaves the issue of key exchange itself. And this is where QKD, or quantum key distribution, comes in. If implemented properly, this could provide us with unconditionally secure keys. Information exchanged in the quantum states that are sent throughout these links will result in unconditionally secure keys. Now, to give a bit of background, in the GÉANT network, data transmission takes place in the C-band, which is a slice of optical spectrum that possesses favorable quantities, such as a relatively low level of attenuation. Now, on the entire optical spectrum, more of these slices exist, one of which being the O-band. Now, the thing is that both the O-band and the C-band could be used for performing quantum key distribution. And these are also the two main areas, or the two main approaches that our research has focused on. On the one side, we could potentially perform QKD in the O-band and have data coexist on a shared medium in the C-band. Or the second approach would be to perform QKD in the C-band, where it could theoretically serve longer distances as attenuation tends to be lower. Especially the performance impact of multiplexing data and quantum key traffic onto a shared medium was of key interest for this research. So to research this specifically, here you can see a schematic overview of the test setup that we built in our lab. Highlighted in yellow is a series of optical equipment used to generate data waves that mimic utilization of this C-band in the GÉANT network as it exists right now. This setup was built using commercially available QKD equipment from Toshiba, and QKD itself takes place between the two blue boxes you can see at the bottom of the diagram. Here we have a picture of our setup in the lab, which is always nice, and we are gathering results here. And for the results that we gather, there are two numbers to look at for us. So first, there is the secret key rate, which, as the name suggests, is the rate at which quantum keys are being generated. The second one, being a little more complex, is the quantum bit error rate, or QBER, which is a percentage sought to be as low as possible. And for the sake of this presentation, we'll say it serves as indicating the quality of a link. Now, when we look at our results from the experiments, we see that multiplexing data and quantum key traffic onto a shared fiber indeed does induce a performance loss. Both secret key rate and QBER deteriorate, and we see that as the transmission power of data waves increases, secret key rate decreases and the QBER increases. Taking these results we have gathered and overlaying them onto the GÉANT network the way we have it right now, here you can see a map which is a small excerpt of this entire network, and highlighted are the link spans that make up the links, and overlaid onto that in three different colors, we have the potential applicability of QKD on those link spans. We distinguish three levels, the first one being in green, where multiplexing would potentially be possible. The second one, in yellow, would be the link spans where we require an additional pair of dark fiber to perform QKD in the C-band. And the red links are the ones that require alternative approaches to QKD altogether. Now, in conclusion, from this research, we find that QKD holds a great potential for the GÉANT network, and the future steps we would suggest to take from here are to perform additional field trials and stay up to date with currently available equipment and standardization efforts that are still ongoing. So if you want to reach out to me, this research was carried out over the course of 10 months at GÉANT and resulted in my master's thesis, which is available at the link you see on the screen right now if you want to check that out. please feel free to reach out to me at my email address on screen, or approach me on the conference floor, at the GÉANT booth, or at one of the social events. Thank you.